As the governor continues to make the case for money to expand I-39 from Madison to Beloit, Congress may pave the way for a new option for funding. Political reporter Jessica Arp has more from Beloit.
It's agreed all around that the state needs to find ways to pay for roads in the future, and some are saying tolls might be the answer. Drive south of the border into Illinois, and tolls are typical. Right now, they're not welcome in Wisconsin under federal law. But Republican Congressman Reed Ribble told News 3 in a taping of For the Record that the transportation bill driving through Congress right now may soon allow it.
I think ultimately states will have the authority to toll on their own roads. The federal government's not going to come in and mandate tolls, but they're likely to give the states the authority to toll the interstate system if they choose.
The bill, a year from now, would allow states who want to toll to apply to the feds to do so. The question is, would Wisconsin want to?
But I think it's a really viable option because one of the things that we have always said is if you use a service, you should pay for it. That's exactly what toll roads would be.
Assembly Speaker Robin Vos is on board with tolling. A Marquette poll last year showed 55% of Wisconsin is too. The DOT is studying the idea, including how much it could raise and where the roads would go. Lawmakers say an obvious choice may be to add it to I-39 between the state line and Madison.
I would want to just hear from people and see what they think of that option. We obviously have a lot of people coming up from Illinois, especially on the weekends in the summer, and tolling would be one way of capturing that money and putting it toward our roads.
Governor Scott Walker at a news conference calling on lawmakers to approve borrowing to pay for the I-39 expansion said he'd consider the idea as a long-term way to fund roads.
We've got to have a more equitable way to measure that going forward and not just have it be so heavily dependent on the gas tax, but that's what we have right now. So that may be one of a number of options. I'm not going to make a commitment on any of those until we know what the Congress may or may not approve.
Congress hopes to pass a federal transportation bill by next week. On the interstate near Beloit, Jessica Arp, WISC News 3.